welcome to the, and you're like,
false start. So welcome to Talking Neat. I am the host, Jason, and I am here with Kayla and Taylor from The Scars Heal in Time. I got it.
There we go. I was like, are you going to do it? Awesome. Thank you so much for having us.
Well, I mean, I've been kind of referring to you guys as something else, so.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm sure you know what it is.
Yep. People ask me all the time, they're like, did you know that the acronym for your band name is...
Did you do that on purpose?
I don't think we did it on purpose, but we realized like right after we made the band name, because we were like, oh, come see us, Yeah. So
you weren't.
It wasn't like a conscious like decision, but it's a thing.
You need a better story. Yeah, we stood out and we.
Yeah, we were just we just decided we were like, we just picked the acronym first and then we just matched words to it. That's how it worked out. Is that a better story
because
for you?
we are the shit.
There you go. There you go.
So how you guys doing?
We're great. We're awesome. Kayla's out here. I live out here, and Kayla's out here visiting, so we can record some new music. So we've been just working on that every single day, and been having the best time ever. Our guitarist just left, but he was here, and we were all just hanging out in the studio for for 7 days.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it's been just work, play, work, play.
You're getting play in?
Oh yeah, too much.
Okay.
When we're supposed to be working in the studio, it's we're working with our friend John, and he's just such a goofball.
Is he the engineer, producer?
Yeah, producer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does John have a last name?
Yeah, SB.
SB.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Yeah, he's a super cool guy, but it's been a lot of fun. I'll
That's
just put it that way.
You guys are up to hijinks?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
It's what kind of stuff do you guys get into?
Too much to disclose here right now, but let's just say it's lit. Let's just put it that way, okay? So Kayla, as we talked about, Kayla doesn't really drink, and last night was a little intense.
So you should tell what Kayla does, and she'll tell what you do.
Okay, there you
in
go.
the studio. That way you're not
There you go. Well, so for this studio run, we're doing a lot of program drums at first.
Mhm.
So it's been mostly just Kayla writing, which is I really really like that because it's just her and John get to work together and hash out the songs exactly how she wants it. We could spend a lot more time on the vocals and the lyrics and stuff like that, and I really really like that. So I'm just there to distract at this point. But yeah.
Every time we come to a point where we can't decide between some lyrics or a melody or a drum fill or anything, Taylor's always what do you think?
And I'm silent until they're all right, this. I'm this. They give me a choice. I'm do this. But
So you're the tiebreaker?
oh
She
yeah,
is.
for sure.
She's been the
For sure.
tiebreaker.
Or just no one wants to mess with you?
Both. No, I think I'm more of just a live player. I love there's nothing I'd rather do than just be on tour all the time. That's my thing, So it's being in the studio is super fun. I just hanging out, But I love releasing the music and I like making it come together. But playing it is where I'm that's why I do this stuff. It's super tight. And she's she loves being in the studio all the time.
Mhm.
So yeah, so it works.
Can't do both though.
Can do both.
You can, but usually it's
Yeah.
the studio is hopefully far between.
Yeah.
Unless you guys just keep going back
Yeah.
on a creative role.
Yeah, we were the studio. We hadn't been. I don't even remember when the last time we were in the studio was. It was whenever we were recording our last EP.
Forever ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. So we've just been touring literally constantly since then. And then we wanted to put out some new music. So it's we're an independent band, so we can kind of just do what we want when we want to do it. So we were we want to put out some new music. Let's go to the studio. So yeah, we've been in the studio just writing, recording. We have been through 10 different songs. We have 2 that we're really really stoked on right now. So
Only 2?
Yeah, well, we wrote 10, and then from the 10, we were like, these two are the ones that are like, we're gonna like make these happen. Like, yeah. So.
Okay. So are you working on like a full album? Or
Yeah. So
just-
just like in this trip, so she like flies in and out from Houston. So on this trip, we're just gonna do the two, and then we're probably gonna put out a single, and then, you know, hold on to the other one or put the other one out, or, you know, kind of just like whatever we're feeling, we're just gonna kind of do it, because it's like we don't really, like, we don't have like a big like marketing plan or label to like be like, okay, like do this. So it's kind of like if we feel like doing something, like if something seems right, we'll just put out the song or whatever, you know. So, but yeah, so she's gonna come back and we're gonna finish the whole album.
That's cool.
So yeah, but we wanna get back out on the road. So we'll probably tour a little bit before we come back and
Next year.
Yeah.
But you'll have your studio stuff all done
Oh yeah.
by then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Very cool.
but yeah. So you can go ahead and talk a little bit because I've been talking this whole time.
Yeah, wake up!
I'm getting there.
Drink some of that Coke,
I know, right?
or we're gonna start spiking it.
Oh man.
Moving on to this one. Suntory whiskey. It's Japanese. See?
Some way good.
Yeah, let me know how it is, dude. Dude, whiskey. I had a horrible experience with one of my friends who got drunk one time, and she threw up all over me and my friends whenever we were taking care of her. So now whiskey.
That's like a Tuesday night.
I know. Everyone's like, oh, dude, like, this is no big deal. It, like, scarred me, though. I'm
Dude.
like, dude.
But it was Jack specifically, so it's like anytime you smell that, you're like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
See, I'm not a... Jack is good when you mix it.
okay.
Like Jack and Coke. I mean, you wouldn't mix this with anything. Yeah. So, do you normally enter the studio before you have like a full-fledged song worked out?
So this time, I mean, it's always different. Do you want to talk a little bit about
Yeah.
this? Yeah.
so.
She speaks.
I was like, she just keeps snatching the questions.
I should have a microphone and just...
So yeah, I mean, it kind of just depends. I'm the one who does most of the songwriting. I mean, now we have it used to just be me and Taylor, and Taylor just plays drums. So
Just
songwriting-
plays drums.
I was like,
That's all she
I mean,
does.
that's-
I mean, she's only a drummer, so.
Is she even part of the band, would you say?
all right. I'll just leave, guys. Have fun with the interview.
No, it's no fun talking shit about you when you're gone.
Right. Okay.
So usually I will come up with an idea that's like super rough, and I'll kind of bring it to her and be like, what do you think about this, if we did this here, and we just kind of, both of us, like, take it apart piece by piece and add or take away from to like really build out a full song. But lately we've been working on like co-writing with people and like just getting multiple inputs,
Mhm.
and it's been like a really cool experience. So it's nice to not just be like the only person doing it, you know.
Mhm.
It's cool to have that like insight from other people, and like the producer that we have now, like both of us are working like really closely together to like create something that's just like dope, you know. Like
Is it hard creating something like a lyrics for a song and then showing Taylor and having her go, no, I think let's change it.
okay, so because we are sisters, you said that the other day. You were like, anytime Kayla is like creative or like, because creative people are weird. Like,
Yeah.
you know, whenever people get into like their creative space, it's like it's
Emotional, weird, like.
Yeah.
You get attached to it too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost like a kid.
Yeah, and so whenever like I get like that, this bitch makes fun of me. I'm like, I'm writing our songs here.
I know. I
Like-
have to see. I like to not be involved with that kind of stuff. Like if she's writing lyrics or whatever, I like to not be around and then come back to it and try to like listen like with like fresh ears and like as unbiased as possible, you know. And
Mhm.
just like come in and be like as a listener, this is what I don't like about it or whatever, you know, because I don't want to. Like, I feel like if I'm there, like, while Kayla's writing all this stuff, I'm going to be biased because we're sisters, and I know, like, how she is. I'm going to be like, you know, like I want to come in like as a listener, like if I was listening to this and this was my favorite band, like what would I pick apart about the song? Not like this is my band, you know. So it's like we just try to come at it like a bunch of different ways so that we all have like different ideas and
But you're still that asshole who would like walk up to that, what's that one painter's name, the Happy Trees guy?
Okay. Yeah.
And go, do you really need all those trees in there?
Yeah.
Let's just here. I'm gonna just like cut a couple of them out.
Right.
I mean that's you.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah.
Are you brutal about it, or do you kind of like knowing how she is, like kind of dance around it a little
if
bit?
there's like something, Kayla's not.
Or do you just come in and stick
like,
the knife in and twist it?
I don't think there's nothing for me to like come in and like stick a knife in, and I don't know anything. Like I'm not like this is the way it needs to be done, but it's like my opinion is like this can be better, or this line's a little weird, or something like that, you know. So like I don't know like the best way to do anything, but the only thing I can do is like get my opinion.
But it also like vice versa. Whenever we're writing drums, like I give her my opinions.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, so you get to sit in on drum writing?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like the whole process.
There's been
is,
times
like,
where Kayla's kicked me off my kit. She's like, no, do it like this. And I'm like,
Oh, so you can.
so barely.
Oh, okay.
I can get what I have in my head. I can kind of like
So that.
make it happen. Got really good.
So she's not cutting it, but you can, with your so barely, you can make it happen.
apparently, it's cool. I'm leaving the band.
Well, no, you were never in the band. You're the drummer.
Yeah, true. So it's in the background, you know.
Yeah. That's why drummers are, usually in the dark.
Yeah.
No one ever takes photos of you up there.
True. Never. Not even one picture of me exists.
If there is, they're really dark. It could be anyone.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, no one cares. It's cool. It's my life. Don't worry about it. Great interview, guys. Super fun.
I'm sorry to be the one to like inform you of this. And you guys have been in the music industry for quite a while. I figured you knew.
I know. Well, I'm glad I have you here to tell me. Appreciate it, dude.
So we're gonna move on.
Okay.
I've been dying to try this one. Oban 14.
What's the deal with that? What's the difference between that one and that one? Besides the color.
Well, this is a Scotch, a single
is it?
malt.
Okay.
Yeah. This is made at 3 different distilleries. So usually when you have a blend, they're trying to get like a really good flavor out of it. So you have, it's almost like your songwriting. You have multiple people working on a song, so you get kind of like a blend of all these different inputs coming in. So this they balance the flavor out, and it's always going to taste the same.
Okay.
This is a single malt. So it's just one barrel. Usually it's one barrel. A lot of times they mix them up. Whatever that produces, that's what you get.
Okay.
They're not going to mix it with anything else. It's a good one, I hope.
I hope. Have you ever tried
I have not had this one.
Okay. Have you tried the other one before?
Yes. I've had all of these.
Okay.
But I haven't had the Oban. It smells good.
We're waiting.
All the pressure's on
I'm
it.
like,
I know.
make a lime face.
Drink it and then I spit it out.
There you go. Maybe some action. That's cool though.
So you mentioned 2 songs you guys are really excited about?
Yeah, all of them like sound really cool, but those are the 2 that I think we're gonna like just start developing more. Like we've already got vocals on one of them, and I'm pretty sure.
So you guys are like close sisters?
No.
You like hanging out with her?
No, never.
Not at all?
Dude, we literally we've always had the same job. Like
what do you mean job?
Whenever we we're working.
Like fucking with each other, or
No. No, whenever we would have jobs at restaurants and stuff, it was always at the same restaurant. We always had the same job. We always whenever I moved out, she moved with me, and whenever she moved out of my place, I moved with her. We've been like this. So.
That's cool.
Live together, work together, tour together.
Yeah.
Everything. And then she moved to California.
And then she came.
Are you upset about that?
Definitely. It's for the best, but
I mean,
Too many warrants in Texas.
oh, for sure. For sure.
You look like trouble.
Dude, we get pulled over more than probably anybody you've ever met. Like,
We're
Like
really
when
bad
you're
at
on tour or just like
Just all the
driving
time.
places?
time.
like don't even speed, no nothing, and like, okay, our registration's always out on our cars just because we
We're
suck
really bad about that.
at going to get it done. Like,
My
both of us.
registration on my car is currently 2 years expired.
Yeah, she has a ticket for it right now.
Yeah, I'm terrible about it. I
Yeah.
let it expire every time. And I'm like, oh,
By 2 years?
dude,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
It really is. And
It's like- all you have to do
But
is
you
like,
remember to talk about it here, but not.
I know. It's like you gotta go get it inspected, and then you gotta take it to the tax office, and
it's just a lot of steps, and then I just don't feel like it.
yeah.
Just register it out here,
There you go.
and then you don't have to worry about those past 2 years. And although
Jeez.
California is really hard on
Yeah, my car
inspections
probably
and
won't make it.
smog.
Not gonna lie.
I don't know, dude.
There's no excuse.
Yeah.
I get pulled over and the cop's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I'm like, and they ask me like, why is your car like this? Why did you let this happen? And I have no excuse. I'm just like,
Just say I'm a musician. That's why. And I'm like, oh,
I will say,
Go on.
okay, so one time I got pulled over. The cop pulls me over. I was speeding at this point. I did get pulled over for speeding, and my registration was out. And my insurance was current, but I didn't have the current one in my car. And then I also forgot my license. So he pulled me over, and like this dude could like lay on like so many tickets, right?
actually, yeah, on insurance you can have your car impounded if they can't verify
Yeah.
it. Out
Yeah.
here, I don't know about.
I'm sure it's the same probably in Texas too, because it's serious. So I did have insurance; it was just not with me. But I mean, he could like look it up. Anyway, the guy pulls me over and he's like, hey, I really like your hair. I was like, thanks, dude. He's like, I noticed like the stickers on the back of your car too. He was like, so like I have like a Slipknot sticker and like stuff like that.
You
So
should have
he's
said, "Oh, you're an observant asshole."
Well, he was actually awesome because he's like, dude, I love your taste in music. He's like, I love your hair, and he's like, I'm just gonna let you go. So
Really?
yeah, he was like, so like, what are you doing? Like whatever, like he asked for like, he was like, so why is your car like so far like not inspected, whatever? Like why has it been so long? And I was like, well, like my band's about to go on tour, so I was just gonna wait till I got back. He was like, oh, your band? Let me check it out. So I like gave him like one of our CDs. He was like, yeah, rock on. Go ahead. It's like, sweet, dude.
That's
So-
bribery.
I know. I mean, I didn't say it, but you know.
Whatever works.
Yeah, whatever works, dude. Yeah. I've only ever gotten like a couple tickets, but I get pulled over all the time. Just kinda
So,
stupid.
do you guys take a van, a bus, on the road? Do you have the same problems?
We did have a bus, and it just broke down.
Oh.
Yeah, we had it for like the whole time we've been touring. We've had the same bus, and it was like this old prison bus, and it was awesome. And then
Like prison style or
Like, it
an
was like-
actual?
it was like
Actual
decommissioned.
Yeah, like detention transport on the side of it. Yeah, it was awesome, dude. So we had that for a long time.
Did it have the cage?
No,
and-
they legally had to take out the stuff that blocked the windows before they could sell it to us for some reason.
But I think the cage on the inside,
Yeah, I don't know. It was all gone.
that
but
would be awesome.
yeah,
to have.
it was like you could see like where it had been, like all the screws and stuff, but it had all been taken out. But it was really cool. It had like these like blue lights that would like go off and like
You from a little switch and all these little blue lights.
Yeah.
It's cool.
So they left those on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Which
So-
we almost got in really big trouble for that one
Yeah,
time.
in
We got pulled
Georgia.
over.
Yeah, it's not illegal in Texas because that's just the color that they use like to like transport people or something, and like that could be like construction or just like whatever, as long as you don't have them on, but you can
Mhm.
still have them on the vehicle. This is just what I've been told. In Georgia, they pull people over with blue.
Oh.
So we had that, and he was like, if that is still working on the vehicle,
Yeah,
he's
he
like, I don't
saw
care if
all
it's
of
on.
the little like bulbs and the covers all around the sides.
Yeah.
He was like, if the lights in there are blue,
You're
you're in a
big
world of
trouble. Yeah, we were
was
like, yo. We were like, dude, Kayla.
I would have
like-
just like pulled a wire out or something.
Kayla's like, she played dumb. She was sitting there and she's like, Because she thought that the guy was asking as if like he's like, dude, do these lights work? She thought that he was asking like.
Yeah, because that's what he said. He was like, do these lights work?
Yeah, and Kayla was like, yeah,
Like,
heck
that's
yeah,
so
they
cool.
do.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah, it's awesome. We turn them on at night.
dude, and then he was like, because if they're blue, then you're in a world of trouble. And Kayla was like, oh, did you mean the blue lights? Oh, I thought you were talking about the hazards, like the emergency lights,
The ones that like blink,
like whenever
yellow ones?
like whenever you pop a tire and they're yellow, you know, like.
I just started talking so
So
stupid.
dumb.
As
And I
stupid
was
as
like,
I could.
And she was like, but blue? I don't know if we have any blue lights on here. It's like, dude, so dumb.
And he just let it go.
Yeah.
It's like, yellow lights that go like this?
She was like, yeah, they worked. She was like, you mean like the hazards, right?
So he didn't check them?
Nope.
Stupid cop.
So, but we ended up getting a different ticket for, what was that ticket? The registration on the bus was out too. That's what we got a ticket for.
Yeah,
So-
that was like 4 years out.
Have you ever paid registration on anything?
Yes.
I have gotten my car
Mine's-
registered a few times.
Yeah, mine's only out by a couple months. Right now. I don't have a ticket right now though. I don't think that.
Do you have any like standouts of the new material for like music videos?
I mean, we like. That's like the first thing I think about whenever.
Really?
Whenever we start.
So you're more
recording.
visual.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I'm like automatically thinking I'm like, oh, this will be so hype. Like the other day, I just turned on like the instrumental parts that we have recorded, and I was like, okay, Kayla, vibe with me. I was like, picture this, like we're doing this. She's like, yes.
She's like, it's a small room. It's red. There's people. It's crazy. They're sweating.
The camera's shaking. she's like, yeah. Yeah, I'm a freak, so I don't know. That's like the first thing I think about though, to answer your question. Yes. Both the songs I have like really good ideas for.
So when you guys put out that you're looking for a music video to be put together, because a lot of bands they'll like people will pitch ideas. Well, we want to do this, and this.
Yeah.
You're more hands-on in that approach.
Yeah, well, we work with one guy who we really like. His name is John Volpine. He's like the coolest dude ever. But he's like obviously extremely visual, like me. So like if I have like anything, I'm like our last music video, I was like, he was like, what are you thinking? And I like gave like a straight how the video is. Like I was like, I want it like this. He's like, tight. What if we do this, and this too? I'm like, tight, and then we do it. So it's not as much of like people like pitching ideas to us.
So you guys talk the same too?
Just like that. Tight. Let's do it. But yeah.
I'm shocked at this point you even need to tell them your idea. I mean,
Yeah. I think it's I think we're kind of I don't know. I really like working with him. He's a super cool guy. He was like every time he does something, I'm like it just comes out like 10 times better than I even expected. You know. So
that's cool.
So I love working with like artistic people like that you can like it just comes out better than you even envision. You know. That's what I live for. Love him.
Do you love him too?
He's great. He really is. Taylor actually is like the one who met him and like found him and everything. But like him and her kind of have that like they're the ones who do like the discussing and like most of the like communicating. But he's like so easy to work with. He's just really chill. And it's not like a lot of pressure. Like he has a lot of like credentials and he's big. But he's so like no pressure, just like
He's
he gets
not, like-
excited.
Yeah, like he's like his heart is in it. He's not doing it just cause he doesn't have like an attitude. He's just super cool. Like it's tight. It's awesome. He's not like a name dropper. He just like shows up and like kills like whatever he even touches. He's like boom, done. Like I'm like dude, like those are the kind of
Tight.
people. Yeah, tight. Those are the kind of people that like.
You're on the same wavelength now. So he kind of because a lot of your like lyrics are kind of relationships and like past experiences and then drawing from other stuff, and he's able to get like what you're talking about and kind of put that to like visualize it.
Yeah, and I feel like without even like me talking to him and me like explaining what I want out of it. Like he just gives me what I want out of it without me even having to like
Do it.
say anything about
So
it.
maybe you're like on that wavelength with him.
Maybe.
I don't know, maybe it's deeper with her.
Yeah.
She's already like.
You don't even have to talk to him.
Yeah.
You don't even have to say tight. He just walks by and goes.
And I hear it.
So funny, dude. Oh man.
So what's next for you guys? Get these. Is it only gonna be 2 songs coming out, or do you think you're gonna?
We're just gonna put one out for right now. Just put one out. Probably go on tour, and then maybe a whole album, maybe another song. I don't know what comes next after the one, but we'll see. It's kind of like I said, just kind of like how we're feeling. But we're gonna get in and record the rest of the album. Like we have like a million different ideas already for different songs. Just like after this one writing process, like getting in and writing like already inspires you to like, you know, like you're like. I have a million more ideas that I didn't even think about, you know, because it's like just like unlocks like all this stuff. So we're already like ready to like get in and do the full album. So,
Are you always writing?
I actually have like a really weird process. I get like a super bad writer's block, like super bad, where like I can't even. If my life depended on it, I couldn't write a song. And like out of nowhere, it just like it'll break, and I'll write like 10 songs in one day.
Yeah.
And then
a lot of times
back
it's
to
like
nothing.
a lot of times it's like pressure that gets her to like crack. She's like there's no pressure. It's like okay, like no one's waiting for a song. We just put some stuff out. It's like she goes to try to write and it's nothing, and like she can't write, and then like it's like okay, we need to go to the studio. You have a week, and it's like yeah, I've never seen someone like work under pressure better than like not, you know, it's intense. I don't know, I don't get it. It's not me.
So now when you're writing a song, are you kind of like hearing the music as you're writing it, or do you kind of leave that to? Because you do play guitar, right?
I do, yeah. So I mean, like I play guitar, I play piano, so I'll sit down with either of those things and kind of. It usually comes at the same time. Like I'll just start playing something, anything, and like spit out a line or like a melody, and that like gets the ball rolling, and the rest like literally just like falls out so quick. But the where was I going with that? Okay, no, I'm sorry.
God, writer's block in the middle of a sentence.
No, I'm here.
That's it. We're moving on.
I'm like, what happened? Okay, what is that one?
This one is Bren. So it's a female distiller.
Okay.
She was kind of like one of those bloggers.
Okay.
One
of them.
She would just kind of travel the world, go to different places, and she got into whiskey. She ended up in Cognac, France.
Okay.
And she met a guy who was doing some whiskey, and so they started kind of collaborating, and they ended up, this was like their brainchild. So it's just a single malt whiskey, and then they finish it in cognac. So it tastes like apple pie.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. So you're trying this one. This is the one. It's very different.
Just a little bit. And then you have to finish your story that you forgot.
Yeah. This will help get it out of you.
You don't have to drink the whole thing.
I know.
I'm stressed for you.
Stress. See, it's not like a whiskey you've had before. It's very sweet. It's more like a.
Actually, it burns a little bit.
You know what? That's actually what they have on their ad campaign.
It's not
Bren
terrible.
whiskey, not terrible.
Not terrible. Actually. Surprisingly.
Kayla says it's not terrible.
Can you give him a review? That's
Well, I guess you're not getting a whiskey endorsement from this one.
I think we'll
Hey, that was high praises for me.
I love the bottom of that cup, by the way. That's fantastic. Have you seen that? Do you know what's on the bottom of that cup?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
My cup.
Okay.
That's awesome, dude.
I saw it. You can see it from here, but I thought it was just like
Yeah, most people think it's just like
looks
scratches
like-
or
yeah.
something.
That's tight. It's tight.
So you guys started the band, what, like 5 years ago? 6 years ago?
Started the band in 2011.
2000, so 7 years ago?
Yeah. So it's been a while, but whenever people ask that question, it's kind of hard to answer because it's like this last year we've kind of changed so much in every single aspect. Like, I mean, obviously, like we started the band, and we both were super young. Like I was 11, I think you were 14.
Mhm.
So yeah, crazy. Yeah, like.
So did you, like, I'm assuming you couldn't even tour at that
We
point.
could have. I mean, there's like way more that of why we didn't. And it
But you'd need a guardian to go with you. And
I mean, I guess I know there's a lot of like underage bands that just go and tour. I mean, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of venues that let you, if you're underage, you're allowed to play. You just can't be, hanging out in the venue.
Yeah.
You're allowed to play your set, and then you have to go back outside
Yeah.
or stuff like that.
Like stay at the merch table, or as long as you're working or whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, like a lot of times, it's just like you have to like be on stage or at the merch table, or as long as you're working. I think there's like a law that's like if you're working, then
And it varies by state.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and but like a lot of times like they'll just like it's like they'll like stick a guard with you or something, just like to make sure that you don't drink or whatever it is. I don't know, but every usually like I think the law is pretty much the same everywhere, but every place has their own policy, and like so I mean sometimes you get trouble. I've never been able to not play a show because of it, and I've been like playing a lot of shows everywhere for a long time, so it's like I've never had like that big of a problem, like we've never had to cancel a show because of it. That would really suck. That would, yeah.
Well, I don't think they'd really cancel a show over you not being able to play. You're just a drummer.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah, just it's
The
good.
show will go on.
Turn on the
Just have the
tracks.
audience go.
There you go. Right. There you go. Yeah. Dumb. I'm like, yeah, I'm worthless, but I don't.
My daughter plays drums, so
Oh, does she?
yeah.
That's awesome. How old is she?
They get this man in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
She'll be 14 next month. So do you remember? I think we were talking about
We're talking about writing.
your writing and how it
Yeah.
takes you a long time sometimes. And then sometimes it just hits you and flows.
I just don't know where else I could be
Okay.
going with
I
that.
know. It's like that pretty much sounds like the end of it to me, but
That little whiskey got to you.
Yeah.
she's toasted, dude.
God, so next year we're gonna see a lot of you guys.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah, we just want to be touring all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So mini tours, lots of new music.
Are you just doing like U.S. type stuff, or are you looking to hit
I mean,
Europe?
dude, we'd do like anywhere. Like, I mean, I would love to do a European tour, but it's just kind of like whatever happens. We just gotta try to do what we can do, and we have a lot of like people who've asked us to come play shows out there, so I would love to, but it's really expensive, so it would just have to work out. But yeah, I would absolutely love the opportunity to do something like that. So.
Would you have it any other way, like on the label aspect?
What do you mean?
Do you like calling your own shots, like completely, or would you?
I
I mean,
mean-
like with songwriting, it seems like you guys are now open to people coming in and helping you with songs, kind of polishing them
Yeah,
up.
but with that, I mean, we're choosing our own people, and it's not like, I mean, a lot of like people will just have songs written for them, and they come in and just like record it, like and it's like that's not what a co-write is. A co-write is like you work with people, so it's kind of nice to be able to choose like hey, like this is my friend, he's really good at writing songs like this, so we can come in and he can like help add to what we're doing rather than like us just like take something that he's written and like do it, you know. So I mean, in that aspect, we really like that. I feel like the only time that we would ever like go with a label is if like it made sense, like if they were like actually like really passionate about what we were doing, you know, and like wanted to develop something that we actually wanted, you know. We would never like sign to a label that wanted something that we didn't want, you know. So I don't know. It's just we're not like opposed to anything, but I mean, if
It just
something,
has to be the right fit.
yeah. I mean, I just think that that's the most important thing. We have a lot of friends that signed really whack contracts, you know, and just like kind of from, you know, we're not the same band and they're not even happy.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like if we were to develop, it would be with like in the direction that we want to go.
I don't know of any bands that are happy with their label.
Yeah. I mean, I know some that are like super stoked on it, but like, you know.
It's very few.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Which
it's
is
like,
really sad.
yeah, it's a bummer, but you know, I don't feel like it has to be that way. Like those people that run those companies are still people, you know. So if it's like if someone like was really passionate about it, and you found that person, like that would be awesome to have that support. But you know,
But they might be there today doesn't mean they're going to be there tomorrow
True.
for you. So
True.
I mean, especially in the music industry, everyone moves around,
Oh yeah, it's very.
which is keep on moving. Have you ever had to fight for some lyrics on a song that you just?
No, usually my lyrics are perfect.
Are they?
Always, 100%.
Yeah, I guess you have to ride home with her.
Yeah.
Usually,
We don't have anybody like telling us like what to do, so it's,
yeah,
it's kind of like whatever we want to do.
people make suggestions, and like vice versa. Like whenever we co-write with people, it's just one big like suggestion. It is no like this is the way it has to be, and we just kind of make a decision like for the best of the song, you know. So some lyric you may spit out might sound good where it is, but you know maybe you could use a more descriptive word, or it could flow better in a different part, or things like that. It's just more focusing on like the construction of the song.
Very cool.
But yeah, we are stoked and love the studio, love putting out new music, love touring. So we're just like stoked on where we're at right now.
Yeah.
And so yeah, as far as like the label goes and like people telling us what to do, it's kind of like whatever. No. Don't do it. So.
Very cool. Well, anything else?
That's pretty much it. Thank you so much for having us.